Hello and welcome back to another video to help you build a fun, lean culture in your own organization. So this one here is a question that came to me a couple of days ago. It was this: how do I give regular praise and kudos or recognition to my team effectively? How do I do it and make sure it's effective and do it over and over and over again? Because, you know, we've got a team that is starting to latch on to this lean thing and they're starting to do good things, but how do I do this effectively? And some people are not comfortable with this. We've become very, very comfortable with it at Premier Group NZ and inside Premier Business Academy as well. And we coach our clients on this, and it's a question I get a lot. So I thought I'll shoot a video to answer this question. So there's a few things I'm going to go through. There's a whole bunch of stuff I've scribbled down just before this meeting or before this video. But one is to understand Maslow's hierarchy of human needs. Lots of you have probably come across this, but if you haven't, it's a very simple hierarchy of needs. It's like a pyramid shape, and it kind of explains that across the human race there was this Abraham Maslow. He was a great, I don't know what you call him, philosopher or psychologist, I don't know what he was, but anyway, an interesting chap who studied lots of pretty much every country and culture and race and religion and all the rest of it, and he came across, he came up with this concept. This is the common There's a common theme that he found in every country, every race, every religion, is that right at the base of this pyramid of human needs is physiological needs, which is, I don't even know if I've spelled that right, but anyway, like food and water and shelter, you know, just the very basics. That's, if we don't have that, we can't survive, right? So once we've got those needs covered, then we can move up and we're looking for safety and security. We're looking for protection, so like a house to live in, a roof to live under, once we've actually got food and water and some sleep. So you can't bypass any of these. You have to work your way up. In first world countries, we kind of take all this for granted, right? But we've got to realize that all around the world, there's millions of people, hundreds of millions of people that barely can cope with this bottom, or barely have the resources they need for this bottom one here. That's really sad. Anyway, that's a video for another time. Safety and security, belonging, love and belonging is the next one. So once you've met these needs, the next need you need is love and belonging. Next human need. Then up to the next one is self-esteem, which is where this kind of comes in. Praise and recognition for your people. So that's where we're coming in here. If you've met all those needs at work, let's think about your workplace. Let's apply this to work, right? So, or your career. So physiological is going to be a basic wage, like a living wage, really. That's that. Safety and security is really job security. And you could probably put a bunch of other things in there. Love and belonging is the sense of belonging to a good team, a team that cares about you, and a team that cares about my well-being and my goals in life and wants me to get ahead. And that's what we're all about at Premier Group, obviously, is helping people get ahead and helping people hit their most important life goals. Self-esteem, once you've met all these, you can now go up to self-esteem, which is regular praise and recognition and kudos, or kudos, however you want to say it, for my team. So making sure there's praise and recognition, because otherwise you can't fulfill this piece here. And then once you've nailed that, you can move up to self-actualization, which is being part of something bigger than yourself. So it's like always transforming into something better. So 1% better every day, you know, always improving. And that's why, if you look at this pyramid, really the best system in the world is lean, the Toyota way, the TPS, Toyota Production System. Lean is a human transformation system. There's no two ways about it. We've proven it in our business and across thousands of businesses across the world, and hundreds of businesses that we've helped to implement a fun, lean culture using that basic principle of 2-second lean, which is, we've got lots of information on that. DM me if you want some more info on that. And that's what you need in your business, by the way, if you're not already doing that. But self-actualization is being part of something bigger than yourself, always improving, always getting better, and part of a journey or part of a mission. So, you know, you have to have a clear mission in your business or a core purpose. You know, why do we get out of bed in the morning? What is my core purpose? What is our mission here at Premier Group? What is our mission here at ABC Company? So I just want to explain that briefly because it'll help you understand this better so you know where you're coming in. But firstly, you've got to get these right in your business. If you don't get them right, there's no point giving praise and recognition if you're not even giving your people a living wage, or if they don't feel like they belong and that they're included and that, you know, that they have love and belonging in your team, and that they don't have safety and security. So, that's things like, no bullying and a secure job and all these sorts of things. So moving on, let's talk about some tips, some things that we use every day here at Premier Group. They're second nature to myself and our leadership team, right? So, and we're training our up and coming leaders on these things all the time. Your praise has to be genuine. That's the first thing. Genuine and regular. So we know when you walk around our offices and our factories and our buildings, you're always hearing someone saying thank you and good job and well done and ringing the bell and saying that's amazing. Or on our group chats, we've got sales chat, marketing chat, the 2-second lean chat, the good news chat. We've got all these chats for all our different departments and our overall chats that everyone is on, which is the good news chat and the 2-second lean chat. And you're always seeing on there people giving recognition, saying, man, good job, bro, that's amazing. Celebrating the little improvements that are coming up on the chat all the time, because we between 20 to 40 improvements a day at the moment as I'm shooting this video. But you have to be on the ball, and so as a leader, I'm trying to answer this question for you. Has to be genuine, has to be regular, you have to be on the ball as a leader. So you have to know what's going on in your business. If you don't have your finger on the pulse, if you're not on that chat, checking in on that chat every, let's say every hour, every couple of hours, you're not going to be on the ball. You're not going to see the cool stuff that's coming up that people are doing. The other thing is go look see. GLS, that's one of our key principles here. Go look see. Get out for yourself. If you don't get out of your ivory tower or get out of your office, you're an idiot. Plain and simple, right? I've got friends in business like that, and to be fair, some of them in personal life, they're great people, but you hear about them getting stuck in their ivory tower. Don't do that, because you're not going to be able to give recognition and kudos because you don't know what's going on. So go look see. Go walk through the factory every day. Go walk through the offices every day. And on that note, I'm going to jump straight down to one of these ones. As you're going around, you're saying thank you. As you're going around, you're shaking their hand or giving them a fist bump and saying, thanks for being at work today. Thanks for all you do at Premier Group. Thanks for all you do at ABC Company, because I appreciate you and thank you. Often that's enough, and it gives people this huge buzz that you as a founder or business leader, whatever role you're in, they feel appreciated. So and appreciation is a two-way street, and you're building up this bank account, right? So it's like a bank account of you're filling their bucket, right? You've probably all come across that concept, but you're filling their emotional positive bank account every time you say thank you. So don't underestimate the power of that word. You don't need to give a bonus. You don't need to give a chocolate bar. You don't need to do any of this stuff. Genuine praise regularly and often is filling up that emotional bank account all the time. It's so important. One thing I use a lot is voice note on the chat. So instead of typing something in, I'll say, hey, Dylan, that was an amazing improvement. Well done. I love that improvement. They can hear the excitement in your voice. They can hear that you're genuine, and it's faster than typing it out, and it means more. It's genuine. It's a real connection. It's more real. And often video. So I'll just pick up my phone, wherever my phone is, and I'll just shoot a selfie video on the spot saying, Hannah, I thought that was amazing. This improvement is so cool. Well done. And seeing your face, you might be, because we've got branches all over the place, and our people are not all around us all the time. So we've got that segregation of people. So video is the perfect way of connecting with them. It costs you nothing, right? A few seconds of your time to say thanks, and you're building this emotional bank account, this bank account of praise. At the morning meeting, make sure in your morning meeting, part of your agenda, early on in our agenda, we have we have the good news, and then we have who do I appreciate today, or and so we do some shout outs, like who wants to do a shout out for someone that's done something amazing yesterday. So that's another one, peer recognition in front of all your peers, and anyone can pipe up and do that. So you've got to create these platforms, you've got to create these spaces, these times in the day, like the morning meeting, which is so critical. We've got 100 videos on how to implement that and why it's so important, and why if you haven't started it yet in your business, you need to do it right away, because you will not be able to do this stuff without a morning meeting. You will never be able to build a fun, lean culture, a great culture, or a great business without the morning meeting. End of story. At the weekly meeting, we have we call our Lean Championship, and we have our Gold Call, our Gold Calling Championship. We have one we're just about to just launching, the Lean and the Health and Fitness Championship. So you can recognise people at your main meeting as well when everyone is there. You can celebrate all the small wins. That kind of comes under this as well, under this banner. Celebrates people's birthdays, have a cake, have a sing-song in the lunchroom, or a lunch shout. Just always celebrate the small wins, because all the small wins lead to the big wins, right? Ring the bell. Make sure you got a bell or a gong or something to hit or whack or make a noise or a horn or something like that, because that's a really, really simple way of saying thanks and celebrating someone that's done a good job, brought in a big quote or a big sale, or brought a new customer on board, or had a great morning tea presentation with a customer, or whatever it might be. I've talked about appreciation, the fist bump, the handshake, recognition one-to-one, so that one-on-one conversation, and also in front of the team as well, and also praising a team. Like if a certain team's done an amazing improvement, I'll often put that on the chat, or someone else will say, hey team, this is amazing, what you've done as a team collectively is incredible, we could never do this by ourselves. You've got to use this language, you've got to get comfortable with it. And if you're in business and you've started a business and you didn't know about this stuff and hey, I didn't sign up for this, well, that's your problem. You've got to sort it. You've got to grow and learn. You've got to get a growth mindset and embrace these principles, because otherwise you'll never build a world-class culture or a world-class business. Thanks. Those words are so simple. They cost you nothing. Say thank you. Be humble enough to say thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. You're amazing. I appreciate you. So there's some simple words you can use all day, every day. And you can't overuse them. People say, oh, can't you overdo the praise? Not if it's genuine. Not if people are doing great things. Not if people are, getting their job. Thanks for getting your job done. Like you're getting your job done. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Building up that bank account. In front of the customer. There's one I use a lot myself. If I see someone in our showroom or display room and having a good conversation with a customer, I'll say in front of the customer, I say, hey, Karina, well done. It's amazing. She looks after our customers so well. And I ask for instant feedback from the customer. Say, how's Karina been looking after you? And they're like, of course, they're saying, well, amazing. I'm like, yeah, she's amazing. So, hats off, So in front of the customer, praising your people in front of the customer, it's like, wow. Okay, it's powerful. It's so powerful. And then social media. You can appreciate people on social media. Like I use LinkedIn a lot. 2 or 3 times a day, I'll pop a post on there. And yesterday I did one for Hannah. I said, hey, this is Hannah. I appreciate Hannah. She's amazing. There's so many little things you can do to do this. And of course, the other question people say, well, what about a bonus, for doing something great? Well, that's more, we call that here at Premier Group the stake in the outcome, and that's where everyone's involved. And if you've got people in your team that are dragging the team down and dragging the chain, well, by training, there's a whole new subject for another video, by the way, but just to quickly touch on it, if you're going to start giving bonuses or rewards for good behavior, well, that's your call. But remember, you can't go back on that. You can do, this is cheap and cheerful, it means more, and if you've already you're paying a great wage and you've got your team involved in your stake in the outcome program, then you've got that sorted anyway, right? So let me explain that in another video, or give me come directly to me with a question for that. There was one more thing I was going to say, and it's completely gone out of my head. So that will cover this off for today. This is all about lean leadership. Once again, to sum it all up, if you're a great lean practitioner, a great lean leader, and you're obsessed about growing people and you genuinely want to see your people get ahead in life and achieve their most important life goals, then this will come naturally to you. If you're not, you'll need to practice it and practice it and practice it, and it will become natural. It's like going to the gym, right? How do you build muscle? You have to do the reps. You have to do the practice. How do you get great at the piano? You have to practice every day. How do you get great at any skill? You have to practice. Practice every single day. And you'll get better and better and better. So same thing. It's like building a muscle, building a mental muscle, and you will get better at this. Thanks for watching. Any questions if any of this doesn't make sense, please drop me a question in the comments or reach out to me on WhatsApp with a voice note. Thanks for watching.